everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour reading challenge vlog. Now, I've never done this, but I have watched a lot of people's videos doing this, and I always thought it was just a fun idea. And this past week or so, I have gotten out of my reading rut a little bit, and I've been reading more consistently, which is really nice. And I've actually also been keeping up with my book journal, so instead of waiting till the month or 2 months has passed, I've actually been keeping up with adding on my newest reads. So as you can see, in March I've already completed Comey Can't Communicate Volume 1, and then it's gotten more consistent during the past week or so here. But overall, this has been a very kind of just random reading month, kind of just like how my months are in general. But I have 2 books that I am currently reading, and so far I have not timed me reading them, but I am going to do the 24-hour reading challenge by timing myself when I'm actually reading instead of doing like a straight 24 hours type of thing, just because that doesn't really work with my schedule, and I do like having breaks in between reading. And so far the 2 books that I'm currently reading are Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and this is the second rom-com that I have ever read. If you've been following my channel, you know that I did a reading vlog of A Cat Cafe for Christmas, and that is the first rom-com that I've read, and this one is a lot different. Still kind of like wintry themed. We're just getting out of winter. It actually just became spring, which I'm super happy about, but I still wanted to fit this one in towards the end of winter, and I've been looking for it for like a month, and I have not seen it in Barnes & Nobles and Target, anywhere. And then randomly we were at Target and I saw it, and I was like, I need to get this now, otherwise I probably won't find it again for a minute. And I'm gonna say right now, I was not ready for the smut. I don't typically read things that have very intense scenes like that, so the fact that this book super caught me off guard just made me laugh. But so far I actually really do like the 2 main characters, and I like all of the revolving supporting characters as well. I think they're really fun. And this is just about how these 2 basically have to share one skating rink at their college, and they're both very competitive. They're both trying to go into higher forms of their sport. So she's trying to go to the Olympics and he is trying to go into the NHL. And it's just about them being 2 very competitive, kind of stubborn, but still sweet people. And so far I really like it. I am probably like 100 pages in. And it's very surprising because I don't read things like this super quickly, but I just kind of was like flying through it this past weekend. So I'm excited to get more into it and see how their relationship develops. The second one is Sailor Moon. Now, I have never read Sailor Moon. I've never watched it, but I know that a lot of people love it, obviously. And my friend actually also said, you would probably like this. And I am a very like cutesy type person, so this I started the other day, I think literally like a day ago, and I'm already about 100 pages in. Like, I have made a significant dent in this, and it's just like the cutest thing ever. And also I love all of the colors, and I also saw this one at Target and I was like, might as well start it. I don't know. And yeah, so far I'm really liking it. It's super cute. So these are going to be the 2 that I'm going to focus on, and if I can fit any more into this, I will, because I do have a lot of books on my TBR and a lot of books that I've gotten recently that I'm super excited to read. But so far I'm really enjoying both of these. So welcome to this new type of video. I hope to be doing more of these in the future for sure, especially when I get into these reading kind of grooves and moods. And also, I have someone very special to show you in this video, so that will be the next clip. But let's just get into reading, relaxing, having a good time. Can't go up. You can't go up like that. No. No. Whoa. Whoa. Hello, it has been a few days and I finally finished Sailor Moon. I actually finished it on Monday when I was, well, yes, I finished it Monday night. So I read most of it Sunday and then the second half on Monday, and it is just super cute. I really didn't want to put it down, and I am excited to see the rest of the series. I know, like, it just has a super huge fan base and it's been around for a long time, and I have not looked up how many volumes there are, so I'm kind of scared to know what I've gotten myself into. But just in general, I thought it was really cute, very chaotically cute. I love Luna. I love Luna's attitude, so I can totally see why Luna is, you know, a favorite character. And I don't know what I was expecting, but for some reason I didn't think that, like, the sailors were so young as well. And then I thought it was cool that they're all based off of different planets and have all these different characteristics and different powers. Like, I literally knew nothing about this before I went into it. I just kind of was like, I know it's popular, I'm just gonna pick it up and see if I like it, and I did. And also, it left it on a cliffhanger, and I don't know who we met at the very end, so I'm excited to see who that is in the next volume. So hopefully I will pick this up soon, or I guess the second one up soon, but I have no idea when that's gonna happen. So for now, I just really liked the first one. And with the other book that I'm currently reading, this is the most consistent I have been reading in the past, like, I don't know how many months. And it's really nice, but at the same time, like, this book, I don't even know how to describe, like, how I feel about it, because I didn't read any reviews for it. I didn't know anything about it other than the synopsis for it, and I just thought it sounded cute. And the first romance that I read was, like, very PG and very chill, and this one is, like, not at all. And I don't like I said, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's like, it's not like it's not cute, it's just very, like, graphic when it comes to intimate scenes. And like I said, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it, you know, I'm here for the character development. Honestly, we spent like 5 chapters focusing on that, you know, and I just was like, I want character development, and it just felt awkward. I don't know. Like, I like the characters in it, and I am invested in their relationship and also their other interests and what's going on. But just in general, I'm just like, what is this book? What am I reading? And I don't know, it's just really fun. Like, it's a fun experience because I've never read something quite like this. And now I, like, kind of understand, like, people who read rom-coms all the time, I guess. Like, this is just part of the territory, but I was not prepared. I will tell you that much. And, like, only like 100 pages in, we got a pretty graphic scene. I was just like, okay, that's where we're going. Okay, yeah. So overall, I do like it. I am about halfway through. It's over 400 pages, so I'm excited to just see where it goes, and I actually do also like the other characters that are just kind of like around them, like all of the other hockey players and then her friends, except for Aaron. I want to understand why Aaron is acting the way he is, because I don't get it, but Aaron is her skating partner and he's kind of a piece of work, and like I don't want to write him off. Like I want to know what his motives are, you know, how he actually feels about her. So yeah, so that's where I'm at halfway through the book. We've gotten some more cute development finally, so I will update you when that changes, or if anything changes, or if just when I end up finishing the book. I have no idea, but yeah, that's where I am right now. Hi. Hi. What are you doing? Hmm? Hello and good evening, everyone. So I hope that you had fun watching this video. I had a lot of fun making it. It is basically 2 months in the process, though. It genuinely took me that long to get through all of these books. And as you all know, I have been sick, so that has been part of it. and I'm still having some general throat issues with it, so I'm not going to talk for super long. But overall, I'm just really happy that I've been able to finally finish this video and just kind of see how fast I read, how many pages I've read, and also I've just enjoyed some great books. So the first one was Icebreaker, and I remember in the clips that I've talked about it how it was super spicy, and it did not stop. But I do like the character development, and I actually also liked at the very end, they ended up giving us kind of like a 6 months later, insight into their relationship and how it progressed, which books like these typically do not. And so I really appreciated that. And it was just super cute to still be able to follow their story. And I feel like it rounded out really well. And overall, I just think this is a really fun book to read, and I would recommend it. I know I wasn't sure at the beginning just because it was something that I wasn't really comfortable with reading, but at this point, I would recommend it. And then if you have been following my social medias at all, you probably would have seen that Sailor Moon is my newest obsession. So I have finished the first 3, and each one is more chaotic and confusing than the last. There is a lot of lore to keep up with, and I thought like the first enemy they would stick with longer, but they didn't. And so in the third one, it felt like it was kind of a curveball, and then also there's like the little child version of Usagi, but like the future version of her that's also her daughter showing up and like pointing a fake gun at her and demanding the silver crystal. Like that threw me off at the end of the second one. And I also totally forgot like we met Sailor V, and then like I don't know what she's been up to this whole time when everything's been happening. And then the third one is kind of sad, and that one I read in I think like 2-3 hours. Like I read this within one day. And yeah, it's on a sad note, so I obviously need to get the next ones to know what happens to little Usagi, because I don't want anything bad to happen to her, and everyone also is in danger right now, so I'm like kind of worried. But I have really enjoyed them so far, and I know that there is 10 of them, so I have quite a bit of reading left to do. But overall, I've really enjoyed them so far. And then the last one I want to touch base on is The Cat Who Saved Books. And I read this I think I read this within a 2-day period. And most of it was when I was super sick with COVID. So I had COVID fog / brain kind of looming over me reading this. But when I was writing in my book journal and updating, the books that I've read, I realized that I actually remembered a lot and took away a lot from it. So I'm still really grateful that I read it, but I do want to reread it when I'm not in such a weird headspace. And I'm just gonna read what I wrote about it because I think it's better than me just rambling right now. So I wrote, "This book is a really interesting insight into book consumerism as well as just philosophy of life. Rentaro is a young high school boy whose grandfather had just passed away. He was not only his guardian, but also his best friend. There's also the bookshop. Rentaro describes himself as a hikikomori, which is a Japanese word that's used to describe more so adolescent males who avoid social contact. So Rentaro grew to love books. He reads everything and anything. However, with the passing of his grandfather, that is all he does. He no longer is attending school, so 2 of his classmates start to worry about him and come over to the bookshop to visit, check up on, and encourage Rentaro. And although those visitors are surprised, the next one is something else. A blunt and bossy talking tabby cat arrives from the back of the bookstore, pleading for Rentaro's help to save books. We then meet 4 separate bosses, all of whom love books, but the relationship has become toxic. Greed, pride, money, notoriety overconsumption, etc., have all become priorities for these people instead of appreciating life and the simple pleasure of a good book. Rintaro helps them to discover their love and themselves again. By doing so, Rintaro has also found a love for life, again through friendship, love, and discovering his own self-worth. A truly beautiful story and very much worth a read again. I had trouble reading my own writing just because it's kind of scribbly. But just overall, I think it is a really amazing book, and I definitely want to read it again and just dive more into the messages in it. And now for the final part of this whole challenge is how many pages did I read? How many pages per hour can I read? And is that fast? So I read a total of 1,599 pages, and I was looking up just like general Google whatever. I wasn't looking at a specific article, but it said slow to average readers have about like 30-40 pages, and 60 and higher is considered to be a fast reader. So when I did the math, I read approximately 66 pages an hour. Now, 2 of these were novels and 3 of them were mangas. So if I were to do this challenge in the future, I'd probably make it exclusively either novels or mangas just to see which ones I read more of faster. I'm going to assume mangas I read faster. So I'm probably one of those people that would be around like maybe like 40-50 pages an hour, not necessarily like above 60, but in this experiment I'm above 60. So I am very happy with that. I'm actually really surprised because I feel like I am a slow reader just because I spend so much time. Like with the Cat Who Saved Books, there was a lot of just vocabulary in general that I wrote down in a little notepad just so I could keep a more interactive kind of reading style with it and absorb more from it. And also with mangas too, like I spend a lot of time looking at the imagery and just kind of focusing on what's happening. And with Sailor Moon, like I said, there's so much lore and there's so much that happens so quickly that you kind of have to like flip back through and be like, okay, who's this again and what happened? So overall, I am really proud of this and I'm really happy with this, and I'm just glad that I was able to do this. So my voice is going out a little bit now, so I'm going to end this video. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe if you want to see any future videos from me. You can also follow my Instagram, which will be linked down below, as well as my TikTok. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!